about it. I never did anything for money, right? So it was never about money. My experience has been when people do things for money, you make bad choices. Find what you love, and then you'll learn how to make money doing what you love. When I changed careers, I was never changing to something for money. I was changing to something I loved more. Right, and that to me, that's really the only way to keep the passion. If you have two choices, one is playing the piano, and another one is, bowling. And you can make more money bowling, but you love playing the piano more. You got to play the piano. It's like you'll tear yourself apart if you're not doing the thing that you love most in life. And you know what it is right now. Right now, there's something that you love more than everything. Whatever it is that you love crazy has to be the thing that you...
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up, being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society, and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion. And I think that's the high order bit.
The second secret, in my opinion, is to do what you like doing. This is very important. If you don't enjoy studying the language, you won't put in the time. So it's important that you do the things that you like doing. Now, I can tell you what I like doing, but I can't tell you that you should do what I like doing, because you may not like doing them. What I like doing, what I think is extremely effective, is listening and reading. Okay? I think that when you are listening and reading, you're relying entirely on your imagination to convert all these words into meaning. And so to me, that is a more intense learning environment than, say, watching videos. But there are other people who like to watch videos and who will watch videos over and over again. I can't do that. So it's not something that I should do because I don't like doing it. Similarly, someone who doesn't like listening or reading, to my mind, they're missing out on something. They probably feel the same with me about not watching videos, but they should then do what they like to do. I see advice, and I'll continue a little bit on the listening and reading and my strategy there. When I start out with a language, I will listen quite often to short bits of content until I understand 50, 60, 70%, then I'll move on to the next item. So I listen quite often to beginner content. I always want to read whatever I listen to, and I want to listen to whatever I read, certainly in the beginning period. That's what I like doing. The other thing is I listen to things that I like. I listen to content where I like the voice. I listen to things that I'm interested in. So I very much like to do what I like to do, and that keeps me going. I know there are some people who like to speak right away. I don't like doing that, so I don't do it. There are some people who like to write, who like to answer questions. I hate answering questions. Drills, find the verb, redo this sentence, or comprehension questions about what I have listened to or read. Some people like to translate. I know Luca, who's an excellent polyglot, likes to translate what he has just listened to into his own language. I don't like doing that. So I think to be a successful language learner, you have to enjoy the process, you have to put in the time, so you have to decide what it is you like doing. Do you like listening and reading? Do you like watching videos? Do you like just going out and hanging out with people if that opportunity is available to you? As I said, I personally I don't like doing a lot of speaking until I have enough of the language, enough words, enough familiarity with the language, but others do. So it is important to do what you like to do. That's going to be a major condition for success, because if you like doing it, then all of a sudden it's the process of language learning that becomes its own reward. And as one Link member said when I met him in Osaka, Japan, he said, in language learning there's no finish line. It's the process itself that is the reward, if we do what we like to do. So that's my second secret. In language learning, do what you like to do, but continue doing it.